What's going on, Sway? How are you doing?
I'm so good. How are you?
Great, great. It's like premiere week for
It
Zombie.
is. I was gonna say like it's premiere week. I'm literally in a hotel, which is why this environment, but I'm really excited. I
Yeah.
feel like I'm feeling like emotions. My text messages are full of people asking me, how are you feeling? Like it's premiere week. I feel like all my responses keep being like, I'm excited, I'm nervous, I'm like feeling all the feels. It's so surreal. I think just for me as like as a genuine zombie super fan, it's really insane to be here.
Yeah.
Um, and I think the special part, getting to work with Meg, Milo, Chandler, and Will and Eliza, getting to go on this journey with them is just so special because I get to see them post things of them reminiscing their past, but also being excited. So getting to share our excitement and nervousness with them is just so surreal.
Oh, for sure, for sure. And I know a lot of hard work goes into working on a film like this. So you got to be excited just for everything to get off your shoulders. Be like, it's here, see it, enjoy it. Now, your character is pretty new to the franchise, right? So you need to tell me all about her, what we could expect from her, all that good stuff.
She's a lot of fun. I like to say that she's a master at sass. She's so much fun to play. Her name is Vera. I am so grateful that I got to play her and bring her to life. I like to say that I brought like my inner sass out and like my almost my spirit animal that I like to say is a little bit sassy. But she was just so much fun to experience. And I think the most cool part about getting to be part of the Zombies franchise is bring these songs to life and dance and sing on camera with so many people that you love and really get to bring that to life for so many other kids. Especially growing up this franchise, I know what it's like to be in your living room dancing and singing and literally reciting every single word in a movie. So now that kids will get to experience that for our film will be really amazing. The fact that, we got to film in New Zealand was insane. It was surreal. Everything that all of us felt as a cast was very real. There was really no green screen. So when we were all battling in the forest, it was all real. But what I love so much about Vera is that she kind of got to be the grounding person between the two other vampire brothers, who's played by MK and Malachi. And it was such a fun bond, though, because we had so much fun on set and it was just a great environment. So getting to bring our off-screen chemistry onto on-set chemistry, which was, I think, was really great. And I think you can see it a lot in the film because we tease each other a lot. And I think you can really see that.
Totally. I was going to say, like, you kind of grew up in that era where Zombies was just coming out, and you kind of answered my question where I said, were you a super fan? So, when you got approached with the script for Vera, like, how was that? How was the audition process? And what was the reaction when you got the role?
It was definitely a weird audition process for
Yeah.
me. I had already been part of the Disney family a little bit, having done Mighty Ducks, but this was a new level of Disney for me. So I got an email at like midnight on a Tuesday, and 12 hours later, they were like, you got to be on a Zoom to audition for this girl named Vera. And I had already heard of the Zombies 4 project because I met Milo as a fan at the Prom Pack premiere. I approached him and I was like, hey, huge fan, can I just get a photo with you? And he was like, oh, you're friends with Meg? And I was like, yes, I'm friends with Meg. We grew up in the city doing Broadway together. And he was like, oh, I'm sure you'll be in Zombies 4. Oh, yeah, by the way, Zombies 4 is happening. So I knew that it was happening. And hearing that from him was really weird to know. So when I got the audition, I was like, there's no way this is actually happening. And I auditioned. I got in a Zoom with one of my favorite casting directors, Amber Horn. She is such a huge cheerleader. And then I think a day or two later, I got in a Zoom. We drilled the scene a little bit more. And then on Friday, I knew I booked the job. So it was a very quick process.
Okay.
And it took me like a lot of time to process that I was even like in it mentally.
Yeah.
When I got in New Zealand and I got to meet Milo again and meet Meg again after so many years and Chandler and Eliza and everyone else in the cast and Paul, it just made it all so real.
Oh, no, totally. And if you could describe Vera in 3 words, what would those 3 words be?
I always say sassy. So sassy is one of them. I like to say rule follower.
Okay.
Then I think vampire crazy, like with a hyphen.
Okay.
Like if I, like one of the words would literally be vampire because she loves being a vampire. She's so
Yeah.
into the nightlife. I think she says it maybe like 10 times in the movie, that the nightlife is the right life. And I think I keep saying it now too as just Sway.
Yeah.
I think I've really taken that in. I've gone method.
Yeah, yeah. The Zombies fans, I feel like you guys are in a cult. You are so loyal to this franchise. Did you feel any pressure though going into this since you were kind of a new character in it?
Yeah, I think it is hard when you make multiple movies in a franchise because so many people have so many different opinions and want so many different things out of a film. But what I love about what we did with this film is that we made it for us and we made such a quality project. When we were out in New Zealand, a lot of our locals were just there to work and were just so passionate about what they do. They weren't looking at the clock and ready to go home. They were really there because they just wanted to make a genuinely good film. So what I love is that we're all super proud of what we made. I really hope that the audiences enjoy it, but no matter what people think, we all know that we're really proud of what we put into this film. Dancing wise, singing wise, acting wise, all together, every single element that was put into this film, I think we're all super proud of, and we did the best that we could. So we really hope that people can feel the heart that we put in. So I'm honestly most excited about that because I understand what it's like to be a fan watching another addition to a franchise. But it's really, really special. You're going to feel every emotion when watching the film. You're going to be happy. You're going to be sad. I cried a lot.
I love it. Now, do you maybe have any full circle moments from filming with Milo and Meg? You know, being the Disney kid that you were, being growing up on this project.
1,000%. I felt a lot of full circle moments. You'll see it in the film too. We touch back onto old films, which I think Zombies does so well, even in the past films. It's already public information, so I could say that someday is going to be in again. I'm not going to say like how,
Okay.
but I will say I cried at that part the most.
Okay.
And Meg, just getting to work with her is such a full circle moment for me. I did my first ever theater project with Meg in New York, and now I'm doing my first ever movie with her. So it is really full circle. And the fact that Milo predicted that I was going to be in the movie is crazy. But yeah, I think this film is just a wholesome film altogether, and you're gonna feel that a lot. There's a lot of even small dialogue moments where you're gonna remember old characters too.
Oh, I love that. Now, you mentioned a lot of the dance scenes and, the performances. Did you have a favorite one that you shot?
It's so hard to pick a favorite because Draco, our choreographer, absolutely killed us all in this choreography.
Yeah.
He did not hold back, which I'm so honored to be a part of because I've been dancing since I was 2 years old. So it's been 15 years now. I was an official dance captain on the cast, and I would take all the cast members and I would train them in our hotel after hours, which was a very intense process. But I think honestly the one that like has a special place in my heart is probably Show the World. Right. It's such a special choreography. I had a great time dancing that. We all had so much fun. I drilled the kids a lot with that one. Malachi can tell you for days and days and days, I would just yell no at him like 1,000 times. Clean the arms, clean the legs, we need better musicality. But it's also just a wholesome song in that way. And Don't Mess With Us, of course, which the choreography is already out. It's insane. We did it again because we were just going through the choreography, and I forgot how much that dance takes the life out of you. The next day I woke up and my back was killing me.
Okay. And why do you think fans should be extra hyped for Zombies 4? What makes it so unique?
Because there's vampires joining, and who doesn't want to have fun with vampires in the nightlife? And also it's so wholesome, and like Milo said to me, someday maybe you'll be in a Zombies movie.
Right. And since we are Celeb Secrets, what's maybe one secret from set that fans would never guess about filming Zombies 4?
I was going to say the green screen one. I know I already mentioned it, but I think all the visuals that we had with the locations, everything looks so fake. Okay. The forest looks so fake, the sand dunes look fake, the beaches look fake, but it's all real. So I think people might think that there is any green screen involved, but I will tell you that all those locations are real.
And if you could describe Zombies 4 in 3 words, what would those 3 words be?
Ooh, I would say quality, roller coaster, wholesome.
Okay. Did you see that Zombies is going on tour and it's going to be this whole thing?
I did. I'm going to be at the New York show, so I'm so excited to see them. I'm in love with all of them, and they know I am their biggest fan. It's going to be really, really good. I've gotten like small sneak peeks from the cast, but it's going to be incredible because as a fan, I'm so excited.